Greetings once again from the corner on the deck. Beautiful day out today, so before I go to work I thought I'd do a quick video, which is, you already know what the title is, and I probably could have named it frustration video, radio repair and restoration frustration video. It would have been probably a little more accurate. Mostly when we look up a YouTube video about the repair and restoration of vintage radios, you know, the guy says, well, this is what we're going to do, and then we do it, and then, you know, or it's already done, and he says, yeah, I fixed this. I do that a lot, you know. I had to replace caps, I had to replace resistors, and now it's playing good, and here's what it sounds like, yada, yada, yada. Well, you know, that's not always the case, and I thought I'd show some of you folks who would like to repair vintage radios, it's not always peaches and cream. There's moments when you just pull your hair out on fixing a problem. Or, as in the case of this Silvertone Model 4206, this radio was repaired, but then it decided to unrepair itself. And, you know, and that's probably the worst part of vintage radio repair, or any electronics repair, I suppose. This radio did not work. The wife found it out in the shed. I didn't even know it was there. I guess I had forgotten it. I have no idea where it came from. It was just out there. She went out and did a little, boy, I'm really clogged up today. This time of year I get a little congested. Anyway, she went out to straighten out in the shed a little bit, and she brought it back in and set it on my workbench. She said, do something with this. Okay. Well, I went ahead and put new capacitors in it, checked all the resistors. There's a couple that, you know, need to be replaced. A couple of resistors out of tolerance a little bit, but not that far out. So I went ahead and changed all the capacitors, cleaned it, you know, the band switch and all that sort of thing. And when I got all done, I plugged it up, and it played perfectly for about an hour. I was sitting there listening to it, and all of a sudden it just died. You know, a slow, agonizing death. You know, it was one of those. And I said, oh man, what just happened? Well, I went ahead and shut it off, of course, quickly, and it was right in the middle of a good song, which really upset me. I came over here, and lo and behold, I smelled a burning transformer. Just what I need. So let's take a little closer look. I'll show you what I found and what I'm going to do about it. Now, this is actually a very nice little radio. It's an AM/FM, and when you flip the band switch to the FM position, the red FM lights up, and it reflects on these numbers around this dial, turning them red. I think it's really slick. And when it's not on FM, when it's in the AM band, the light from the bottom here shines up right there, and it makes the indicator glow, and the numbers glow on the outside, and it enables the dial needle to. You can see it has a nice white glow to it. So it's white and red. It's really nice. A great little radio. Sounded great while it played. This is the first time this has actually happened, where I fixed the radio and it worked for an hour and then it just suddenly died. It's one of those things that if you're not right there at the moment it happens, you can't stop it. It just, bang, it just happened. So here's where the old power transformer went. And this is from 1954, this radio, and I'm thinking, my gosh, where am I going to get a transformer? I'm going to have to go on eBay maybe and buy an old junk radio and try to get a transformer for it. It smelled really bad. But then I remembered a Silvertone I rebuilt for a friend of mine. I don't know if you remember the video. It's a Silvertone Model 18. It was Laverne's radio, and if you don't, you can look up that video that I did. And I remembered that I had removed a transformer from that radio. And there's only like 3 years difference between that radio and this radio. And I began to think, I said, geez, I wonder if the transformers are the same. Because the transformer I removed from the Silvertone 18 was operational. It just got a little bit too warm for my blood. A lot of the shellac had run out of the transformer. It had been stored in an up-end position for years like this. And in the carport storeroom where Gary got it out of, the fellow who owned the radio, and all the shellac had run out of the transformer from the massive Arkansas heat inside that storeroom. So I went on the internet and I looked up the part number of the transformer that I took out of that Silvertone 18, and then I went to the part number on this photofax, the photofax that I have for this radio, and I looked up the part number for the power transformer, and it was N22959. Right there, I doubt you can see it. N22959. Or N22959. So then I went and I dug out the transformer I removed from that Silvertone 18, and lo and behold, N22959. You know, how lucky can you get? A transformer that'll actually, you know, a bolt-up transformer that'll work. Now I'm going to have to put it in shape. Now these are the two clamshells that go on each side of the transformer. And here's the transformer itself. Now this is the one I removed from the Silvertone 18, and you can see where all of the, let's see if I can get a much better view here for you. I don't know if you can see it all that well, but you can, right, all this is shellac. I broke off huge pieces that ran out of this. It should have looked like this, you know, nice and neat on the other side, looking real good, but over here, all that crap ran out, and it ran out from in between these open spots that you can see here, and it probably ran from this side all the way over to this side. But like I said, the transformer does work. So, but the wire, my gosh, the wire insulation is just so brittle. You bend it and it just breaks. See how I just broke that right there? So what I'm going to have to do, if I want to use this transformer in this radio, I'm going to have to go back, splice on some wires. Look at that, it's just crumbling off there. Just barely touch it. I'm going to go back, I'm going to splice on some wires, and then I'm going to fill up these cavities with maybe some spray can shellac, maybe dump some Q-dope that I have down in there in the bottle. I might fill it up with liquid tape, they call it, when I'm done. I don't know. I want to make sure it's nice and electrically insulated before I put these clamshells back on here like that. And these wires, of course, come out through the hole in the bottom of the clamshell. But that's what I'm going to have to do. That, you know, so if you're thinking about becoming a vintage radio repair and restoration guy, you got to think about these sorts of things. It's not always peaches and cream. You know, sometimes you fix something and it just decides it's just going to be ornery. So we'll see what happens with this thing. I'm going to splice all new wires. These the way this thing breaks down is the red wire. These two red wires you see here are the secondary. And this larger wire, which originally was yellow and red, is the center tap. And on the other side, we have these two wires, which are now kind of a pukey looking burnt brown color, which were originally green, believe it or not, were the filament wires for the tubes, and these two black wires were the primary. So we're going to see what happens, put it all back together and hope it works, and I'll come back to you at a later time and give you a complete update on the radio. Maybe I can get it working again. And give you, by the way, this radio came in two colors. There was the 4204 model, which was a maroon, kind of a brick color. And this is the 4206 model, which is, of course, you can see white. And some people call it Plascon, P-L-A-S-K-O-N, which, you know, come on, it's just another name for plastic. It's a plastic radio. Until next time, from the corner on the deck, this is John.